Did you actually find any?
I forgot what I was looking for.
Minecraft fan fiction.
Minecraft.
Oh yeah, that's what we're doing this time, everyone. Welcome to the second episode of FANCAST, the official fanfic podcast starring me, Kiyoshi Cat, Xion.
Haha! I found it. Hang on.
And Xander
I found the tag.
And from other videos on our channels.
Drunk
That's
Xander
where
God.
Xander's from.
Welcome.
Drunk Xander God.
Drunk
Welcome.
Xander God.
Possible channel in the future, maybe.
Maybe.
Probably not. But
Probably not.
Okay. Possible. Okay, what I want to do is, now that we have 3 from each of us, I'm gonna read...
We do?
Yes, I'm gonna read one of each of ours.
What did I?
So
What did I
I'm gonna
read?
pick.
I only
I'm gonna
added
get
one.
this one.
Didn't I?
That means you only.
Yeah, you only added 1. There's 1 from each of us.
Oh, I thought you said there were 3 from each of us. So. I was like, wait,
not what I meant.
wait.
There were 2.
Wait.
There were 2 from me. There were 2 from Yazzie, and you only brought 1.
Do you see
So
the
you only
fanfic?
got the 1.
Do you see the fanfic?
Yes.
I stopped watching the stream.
Join the stream.
Join the stream. I've joined the stream. Why is it in dark mode? I don't like that. Last time I saw it was in light mode.
Dark mode is easier to process. It's not, but also the rest of my room is like pitch black, so yes, I need it to be in dark mode so I don't blind myself.
I'm going to drop something.
This one is called the Usurpation War by Metroid Man 101.
That sounds like too many words. They need to stop.
Here's a short bio.
Usurpation. It's usurpation.
Usurpation War. I put it into Google Translate, and the lady who said it had a really strong, like, French accent, and it was really weird because I couldn't actually say the word properly because I couldn't tell how you pronounce it in with my stupid accent. So, centuries after the Ender Dragon's death, the world of Minecraft is threatened once again with an enigmatic army from the far lands launches an invasion. That sentence was too long. An unlikely team must come together to support the counter-offensive and uncover the mystery of the Genesis cores. I can't read. Artifacts of the unknown origin and incredible magic power. Yeah. The palace was in an uproar. Celia Loomis darted and weaved between an endless crowd of frantic personnel, guards, janitors, janitorial workers, that's Xander, advisory staff, representatives from other city-states far and wide, and more, as she raced down the corridor.
Excuse me. Pardon me. I must get through.
That's not...
I tried. I can't... Okay.
We'll roll with it. She didn't wait to see if the 2 soldiers escorting her were keeping us as she pushed past the various bodies in her way. So omnipresent was the confused panic that she, the Countess of Lucksmith, was paid very little mind. Though Celia didn't listen to any of the worried conversations around her, a few choice words reached her ears. Invasion. No clue where they came from. Unusual tools. Magic orbs. Orbs. I like balls. Anyway, the Duke has to be informed. Sorry. The Duke has to be informed, someone shouted. Oh, we both did that. Anyway.
I'm here too.
For random someone that will always be forever his voice, we must jinx it.
Xander, this is you.
Oh.
I'm sure he knows already.
She thought.
But I need to be there with him.
Her mad dash brought Celia past chamber after chamber until she reached her destination, a large set of double doors presided by 2 more ironclad guards. Jesus.
You can read.
Yep, great. Though visibly as unsettled as everyone else, they saluted and stepped aside, allowing her access to the throne room within. Father! Oh, that's you. There we go.
Father!
Xavier Loomis, Duke of Lucksmith, sat with his head bowed. When he looked up at Celia, she stopped in her tracks before even crossing the doorway. Her father looked for all the world like he'd aged several years in the span of an hour. His head of short, pale red hair seemed grayer. That's wrong spelling of gray.
Yeah.
And,
No, it's not.
and the is it?
There's two spellings
Isn't
of
that
gray.
the-
One with an A and one
isn't
with an
the
E. It
English
depends on
spelling
how
with an
English
E?
you are. That's the American spelling of gray.
It depends
AY?
on how English you are.
Depends on whether you've
It's-
stolen enough languages or not. It's a rite of passage, okay? Get it
Mhm.
right.
If you think
Mhm.
chips
It
are
depends on how-
potato- If you think chips are French fries, you're very British. That's the kind of
it's-
grade that you're thinking.
It's a measure of American colonialism. I forgot where I was because we were joshing.
You're
through
at
the
Grayer.
first
Right about
grade.
there.
Right
Yeah,
There
right
it is.
there. Right there.
And the unfazed wisdom Celia had grown accustomed to seeing his eyes was absent in favor of uncertain
Trepidation.
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 Nothing had ever elicited such a reaction, not even the news of an occasional raid on a small outlying village in the countryside. You see, I learned my lesson.
Don't do
Lex,
He
that.
did. He learned his
Stop.
lesson.
Yeah. You were being very specific
I
about
was.
the italicization, the italicization.
That's going in the video.
I learned. Yep, sure is.
If I didn't know any better, I would think he'd been told the forces of the Nether were at our very doorstep.
I keep forgetting this is about Minecraft. As it was, she didn't know what exactly caused him such anguish, only that she, as Countess, would have to assist him through would have to assist him through it however she could.
Anyone
I'm eating
in
every
the
strawberry in
palace
this
is-
box, and I will feel
is
horrible.
panicking. Everyone in the palace is panicking.
She
Panicking.
exclaimed, finally willing her legs to carry her into the throne room. Various advisors and representatives looked at her as she passed by, but she didn't pay them any mind. What's going on? Is it true that we're? Oh, that's you. What? No, what?
What?
Oh, that can't
What?
be me. That can't be me.
It is you.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense for it to be me.
No, it is her.
All
It
right.
is. It is Xander.
It is
Xander,
her?
speak.
Okay, that's
Xander,
Speak.
go for it.
Speak,
go for
damn
it,
it.
What's going
Xander.
on? Is it true we're being invaded?
Her father stood, flanked by a quartet of guards in full diamond gear.
That's a lot of diamonds.
Sorry,
Damn, son.
I keep forgetting this is. Yeah, it's. I keep forgetting.
So I also want to ask. If she just willed her legs to start moving, what the fuck was she doing running through the castle? Was she just on a sled? Was she
No,
on a boat?
I know what
was
she was
on
doing.
one of
I know
those
what she was
rowboat-
doing. I know what she was doing.
Was
She's
she on
using
this
a
rowboat?
Minecraft boat on blue ice,
She was.
sliding across the entire palace.
I think she was opening the door dramatically, like they do in the new Resident Evil. Where she just kind of stands after you finish opening the door because it's all dramatic and weird.
Yeah.
That's what
Yeah,
she was doing.
It's modded.
Anyway.
That's why it's like this.
Ooh, that's funny.
Celia, come with me, please. I will explain it. No, that's not a good.
That's
voice,
not a
but
good
I'll roll with it
voice.
Anyway.
You can- Ooh. Try again.
Come with
Celia,
me.
come with me, please. I will explain everything on the way. Is that better? No, it's
Yeah,
not.
that's good.
Make it very
It's
British.
good enough.
Try it very
Oh, no.
British.
Should I do like a Michael Caine voice?
Old British man.
Celia, come with me, please. I will explain everything on the way.
God damn, you sound like an ogre.
That's the point. she dutifully.
She doo-dooed.
Dutifully. Dutifully.
Dubstep fell into step.
Dugsdale Dimmadome of Dimmadamber.
Demitrescue.
She dimitrescuely fell into step beside him as he exited the chamber. They and their escort made a left down the hall, then a right at the first intersection. This reminds me of the turn door right
I
turn
know!
table
That's
hall.
immediately what I thought of. Can we get a replay from
Yeah,
a
it's
previous
great.
episode?
Okay.
How the table turns turn
How
tables.
the turn door right turn table hall turntables.
He's
Celia
in-
wasn't sure where he was leading her, but she also wasn't about to ask. There we go.
Finally.
We've received news that that has caught all of Locksmouth by surprise, he said in his deep-aged voice. An unknown enemy force has overtaken many of the smaller territories to the north, conquering...
What's
You
north of
good?
the wall is the snow.
conquering them faster than news could ever be delivered. It would say messengers were intercepted before word could spread to the lucky few managed to escape.
On force?
Siri
how-
asked.
But how can that be? We and our neighbors have maintained good relations with one another for many years. Who would risk you? What the fuck?
Uniting.
Who would risk
Uniting
uniting
us
us
to-
all?
That makes very little sense to me. That sentence is just boggling my fucking brain.
Y'all don't read much, do you?
Her father's side. I don't. Is the thing? I don't.
I do, but that sentence is just weird. Who
Only
would
to
risk
you.
uniting us all against them?
It doesn't make sense.
It-
Her father's side.
Actually, now that I've
Throw
said it,
line in there.
now that I've said it, it does kind of make more sense.
See?
But
How many
it just got confusing for a moment because it was like, what the fuck? Weren't you just
Next.
saying that they're fucking antagonists? What the hell's going on here?
Next fanfic.
I
that
believe
we
it's
made
Oh, yes.
Sojourn. Do you want me to read the summary? Or because it's been on screen for so long, do
No.
we just move on?
Yeah, let's just move on. Chapter 1, Arrival.
Oh,
Oh, wait,
God.
I didn't
How many
actually
pages
read
is
this one.
this? How many?
Sojourn by Lacey _
Oh,
star. Lacey Star.
Is that like a different language?
No, yes,
Sojourn?
maybe?
No.
Yeah.
Sojourn. It's something to do with wandering.
Okay.
Hey Google, what does sojourn mean?
Sojourn has two different meanings. Starting with the most common one, sojourn can be used as a noun as a formal term to mean a temporary stay. Is that the meaning you were thinking of?
Sure.
Ask it. What language of origin does it come from?
What language of origin is sojourn?
On the website edemonline.com, they say modern French sojourner formed the avowal.
That's
French.
not it. That's not it. I can tell you that.
It comes from French.
No,
We'll
that
move
was
on.
not talking about sojourn. That was talking about something else.
We'll move on.
Chapter 1 Arrival. Techno was looking forward to a quiet house. No more Tommy rummaging through his belongings. No more Tommy stealing his valuables and wasting his hard work. No more hideous cobblestone towers. Which was why he was all the more shocked when, after all was said and done, Techno opened the door into his cozy winter home and saw a tall, towering, half-ender boy in his living room. Rambo didn't notice his presence right away, which was most shocking. Rather, his attention was turned towards Edward, who still sat in his boat not far off. Techno just stood and stared, blinking at the exchange. Edward gave a garbled... Ranbu's brow was furrowed.
You just stay here?
He crossed his arms nervously.
You don't think he'll keep me in a boat, right? I know Bill said, but you know.
Edward tilted his head towards where Techno stood.
Huh?
Ranbu jumped and twirled to the door, face to face with Technoblade, the man he just watched destroy his former country, who was as muscled and strong as Rambu was lanky, who still had the remnants of blood drawing on his clothes from the battle prior. Rambu froze up like the frost on the trees outside. Techno didn't mind Rambu. He'd never gotten to properly talk with the kid before the battle, but he caught wind of some of his latest speeches, and it was clear he was coming to some valuable conclusions. Besides, he didn't have a clue about the truth behind execution, so Techno supposed he could give him a pass for that. That didn't lessen his confusion as to why he was in his house, though. But he didn't reach for his sword quite yet. Ranbu's voice cracked nervously.
Techno?
Wait.
Ranbu's eyes darted to the floor and he cleared his throat, standing up straighter, if that was possible, and fiddling with his suit. It was just as blood-stained as Techno's, but whereas Techno's was stained with those of his enemies, Ranbu's appeared to be of his own. Techno assessed the damages fluidly. A gash on the shoulder, ripped up knees, and shallow, wheezing breaths.
Well,
He started slowly.
you see, I kinda don't have a house anymore, obviously. Phil found me in...
He paused, cutting himself off and squirming at the floorboards. Squinting! Squirming at the floorboards! Very discreet.
Phil found me, and, he said I could stay by you guys. Like, by the doghouse he wants to build.
He paused, then began to ramble.
But, if you don't want me here, I understand. And I'm sorry for coming in your house when you weren't here. I swear I didn't touch anything. It was just cold outside.
Techno just stared at him. And how? How was this the second time this had happened to him? How was this the second time he returned home after battle to discover an injured teenage boy waiting for him, seeking assistance with nowhere to go? And how badly had that ended last time, in nothing but betrayal and insults? But this was different. Phil had invited him in, and Techno trusted Phil's judgment more than he trusted the voices that whispered in his head. And when Rambo said he hadn't touched anything, Techno was inclined to believe him. Hell, the boy was just standing and calmly bleeding out in the middle of Techno's house, yet he still talked as if he was the one inconveniencing Techno. Rambo still rambled worriedly. Techno sighed and pointed at him. The moment he raised his hand, Rambo's mouth snapped shut.
You're getting blood all over my floor.
He said. Rambo glanced down at himself.
Oh, sorry,
He hesitated.
Stop?
Techno huffed a laugh despite himself and shook his head. Was he seriously going to do this again? Rambo. The voices echoed. New brother. Adopt Rambo. Techno, help him. Techno sighed and shut the door behind himself to keep the chill out before stepping past the boy and heading for the sink.
Come on.
Huh?
You're bleeding.
Do you want me to go?
Rambo glanced over at the door.
Because I can...
We need to bandage your wounds.
I thought that's bondage. Oh,
First you found me in my house, now you're asking to be tied up.
Ooh,
That
this
is
story is a
already-
riot. Glad I picked this one.
In the warning in the description, I'm gonna have to put bnha. Oh no.
Then Rambo shook his head. From experience with Tommy, Techno was expecting a but instead received.
I've already got that handled, but thank you. I don't want to bother you.
And it was true. Rambo's wounds were hastily bandaged, but most of the gauze was falling loose already or soaked through entirely. It was clearly done hastily. Techno just gave a deadpan.
Clean them out.
Clean what out?
Your injuries.
Rambo paused and squinted.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Then you've done it wrong. Come here before you get an infection and die.
And when Techno gave a command like that, you didn't ignore him. Done.
Thick gap. Anyway, next one. We'll do Xander's now. Alright, cool. That Hermit's a face-stealing shapeshifter by sannahofskva. Notes. Welcome to Hermitcraft. No, I don't own the people. That server was filled with an array of species. Yeah, it's
What?
Minecraft. That would explain why no one questions Xaizuma's ability to shapeshift.
Oh my god, you got a fucking fic chat fic. How did you get a fic chat fic? What shit? How?
What are you talking about? I still
Okay,
heard it.
so what? Do you see how Guy ran and talking about Mumbo and shut up,
Grand.
Zombie Cleo? So you see how that exists? That's a chat. This is a fan fiction and there's a chat in it. This is a chat fic. These ones get really fucking weird, okay? These ones get fucking weird. There is so much shade and hate thrown in these ones.
Oh,
And
that's
the
great.
sick burns, you'll need to go to the Arctic to get ice for those burns. That's how sick they are.
Oh, sick. Alright,
You're
anyway.
telling me I picked a perfect one for us to
If-
shit on.
If you want me to, put a chick fat in the thing, I can do that. I got a good one. I got a good one.
Do it.
Okay, that's what we done. But
Okay, Xander, we need to read this one quickly.
Alright.
Xander, quick.
Before the chaos occurs.
Gran grumbles under his breath, flipping his communicator open. Staring at the screen, he wonders if he should create a group and send off the text. Whether or not they'll answer is why he's hesitating to do so.
Should I be Zoom?
Sure.
Everyone got that? That was offensive, sorry. Everyone got that?
Zizuma asked, the turtle face gone, replaced with a helmet of pale skin. The group, minus one Mumbo, added their
Added in their agreements.
added their agreements, completely ignoring the fact that their admin's face had gone through huge change. Is this a normal thing? Green thinks jumping a bit when everyone starts leaving. Several hermits rocketing towards the nether hole. Sighing, he takes a chance and creates the group chat, wincing when the communicators beep. Grain hopes that Suzuma doesn't hear or question it. Grain created
Grain
all-
and Suzuma.
Grain and Suzuma.
It's Grain and Exizuma, I think.
Suzuma.
How you pronounce that is still up
Is
in the
it
air.
Shizuma?
I didn't think about that.
And added 22 others. Well, it's too late now. They'll all notice the chat, except maybe Mumbo. Those fucking retard. Dude rarely checks his communicator.
These are real people, dude. Be careful what you say.
I don't give a shit.
Shut up! Nobody cares.
Okay.
Exactly. Well, okay.
I'll do it.
Zombie
Do it.
hello?
Zombie
Cleo.
Cleo. Grain?
Oh,
Super secret meeting on the nether roof right now.
he's British. Do
I
it.
don't give a
bet.
shit.
Okay.
I'll grab Mumbo. And please, don't tell X. Behind him, someone snorts. And Grain keeps... You shut up. You keep your mouth shut.
Okay.
I'm just gonna eat my sprinkles.
You can feel his eyes on his back. The agreements do start coming in. And he grins. He grins his Grain grin.
Grain grins his Grian.
As he pulls out a stack of rockets. It's time to find Mudmo.
Okay, so that took so long to read. Should we continue with the next chapter, or should
What's the second one
fuck.
look like? What's the second one look like?
Yeah, what does the second one
Okay.
look like?
we'll find out? Oh, that's not too bad.
Oh, it's not too bad.
All right.
Yeah,
Yeah, sure, go
It's
for
alright.
With Xander, it's probably real bad, but
Mhm.
I'm not used to reading out loud. I'm used to listening or reading in my head. Mumbo frowns as he tails after Grain. One of the most confused people out there. See, I told you he's a retard. The avian had pulled him out of his AFK session, stating at the
Stating
at the man, stating that the man already missed the group meeting, that he's not going to miss the semi-secret one. Just a semi-secret? Don't tell Eczema.
Eczema.
Why another roof? Why?
Why?
So-
Love the nether roof.
Soon enough, they can come across a group of hermits. They had split up into groups. Their muttering stopped as soon as they spotted hair. Several scowl in their direction, or more specifically, Grain's direction. Who's Doc?
Why'd you ask us here, bird brain?
Doc eats out. The bags under his eyes, less noticeable in the hazy environment of the nether. Scars slouching next to him. Jelly sleeping in his arms as he rubs at an eye.
There, good. Oh,
Who's
this is also a very weird place to meet Grain. Grain.
Grains.
The man adds on his tiredness clear as day.
Also, why no X?
Do any of you know what the hell our admin is.
That's not
Brandon.
British. He's British.
Any of you
man.
know what the hell our
Many of you
admin
know.
is?
Do
That
any of
is-
you know?
That is now his voice. Grain.
Cool.
Grain asks in answer, shocking mumbo at the straightforwardness of him. He's not usually like this. The other gathered Hermit. The other gathered hermits are surprised as well, sharing looks at each other and shrugging in response. And truth be told, they never really questioned just what were their what what
Should I take
Pretty
over?
good at this, man. You're doing great. 10 out
No,
of 10.
Take
amazing.
over, please.
I think I do better as drunk.
Can I?
Just what we're admin is group made of our array species hybrids special abilities. I think mental retardation makes it all better.
Okay. Pull out the booze. Time to get buzzed.
When they don't know what the species was the original.
We have no
I
idea.
don't fucking know. Like an,
Can I
like
take over,
origin
please?
slot? Yes, it is your turn anyway.
No,
We have no
narration.
idea.
Someone
Someone
states,
states.
followed by a shrug.
For
Who's
some, it's
taking
harder to
over?
tell what their species
I
is.
take
And with
over,
X constant
please?
shut up! I'm talking! Do it after I'm done! For some, it's harder to tell what their species is, and with X's constant shifting, we're not sure if we ever saw his true form to begin with.
I guess I'll do this. You mean his true face isn't under that helmet?
More shrugging along with the other rolled eyes. Doesn't get it, does he? Mumbo thinks. Eyes watching the avian's wings twitch it with irritation. X is probably the most secretive out of us. We're never going to know.
Generic
want-
probably knows.
Hmm.
Find and ask him.
forever.
Maybe we'll find out. Maybe. Who's Generic?
Generic?
Who's Generic?
Generic?
Who's generic?
First you
Oh
got
my god, you might be
Grain,
right.
We got
That might be his
Zumi.
name. Oh my god.
That is his name.
Oh my god.
I like generic.
Okay, so my English ain't very good. It's my first
It's
language, but I'm not very good at it.
I think my
It's
disease is spreading.
Exizuma. It's Corrales. You guys
Mumbo.
can't do this. I
Shut up.
watched Kermit.
Further proof my retardation is spreading.
I literally checked in a strawberry. Stop.
Hermit craft. We need
Yoshi,
to make
remake
this
the
a thing.
logo of Hermitcraft and make it Hermitcraft, please.
No, we
Shut
need to be the We need to be the bootleg version. We will become Kermitcraft.
I literally started choking on a strawberry. You have to stop.
I had to open my window because it's so hot.
Yeah.
Just read the
Red
summary
beef,
first.
man.
Read the summary. You'll understand why.
Brain.
Promise you won't get mad. Tubbo mumbles. Tommy rolls his eyes. Tubbo. No, sorry, never.
Just do it for the summary.
Tubbo, you just used a nuclear weapon to break me out of a maximum security prison and save me from my abuser. What could I possibly get mad at you for? Tubbo takes a breath and doesn't turn around at Tommy while he talks, voice still small. You know how I make impulsive decisions when I'm stressed out? Yeah, Tommy
Fucking throwing a
drawls,
nuke?
apprehensive. I think I married Ranbu? Tommy short circuits. What? Tubbo breaks Tommy out of prison with a nuke and then introduces him to his husband and son. Excuse me.
You don't have to read it. It's just split-second decision made. This is what I
No,
saw.
I'm gonna read it.
Oh, okay.
Screw you, I'm reading it.
Okay.
Okay, you're on
Hey,
your own
big
on this one.
man,
There's-
smiles,
Don't
Tubbo.
read a lot.
There's
It's
two
kind of big.
summaries.
There's
There's two. There's
Don't
two
read it.
summaries.
Don't
Oh
read
my
it.
god, I just saw how long this fucking thing is.
Okay, we're gonna read
a bit.
until
You're on your own on this
Hang
one.
on, I'll
Oh,
look for a
there's
line break.
Dream.
You just start reading, I'll look for a line break.
cool. Should I narrate this one?
Bad news, guys, I don't think there's a line break. Wait, I found it. It's more than halfway down the frickin' fic.
You got this whole one. Xion can jump in if she wants. I'm not touching this with a pole.
Nice.
Nice.
Zion, we got this fanfic all to ourselves.
Nope. I don't like this, but here we go.
Let's do it. Tommy
Xander's
doesn't
not
know how long
narrating.
it's been. Nope.
No.
Tommy doesn't know how long it's been since the TNT went off and Sam stopped answering him. What he does know is how many potatoes he's gone through. 24. He's counted.
Gross.
He's had nothing but time.
Fucking
The
pig.
first couple hours he'd been trapped in here, he'd yelled at Dream. The shouting match between them went nowhere, of course, and it had emotionally drained Tommy to the point where he'd immediately concluded that this was going to be worse than exile. He'd fallen asleep after that, and he'd fallen asleep after that, and his voice had gone when he'd woke up, which was fine by Tommy. He didn't want to talk to Dream anyway. Now, though, it's been what feels like weeks, and Tommy still doesn't have his voice all the way back. He tries to focus on the ache of his throat, curled in on himself in an obsidian corner, sweltering heat of the lava next to him, ignoring any and all of Dream's attempts to talk. Tommy keeps silent, keeps still. He does not want to let himself think about how small the room is, about how the lava is right there, how he could jump in if he wanted to and free him, how he could jump in and wanted to, how he could jump in if he wanted to and free himself. Why shouldn't
Could
he?
jump in, but I don't want to.
I could jump in, but I don't want to die. But I'm considering jumping in the lava and killing myself, but I don't really know. Anyway, why shouldn't he? Ghostbird can go anywhere. If it were Ghostbird instead of Tommy, he could just escape. He does not want to let himself think about how Dream is right there. He's right there, he's right there, he's right there, he's right there.
I
He's right there, he's right there,
despise
he's
that
right there, he's
name.
right there.
Dream?
No. That name.
Ghostbird?
Ghostbird.
Yeah, Ghostbird. Fucking Casper.
I thought that too,
That's-
and then I thought of
it's
Danny
Casper.
Phantom, and I was like, let's move on.
Danny's a fan. Anyway.
Ghost go burr.
Yeah.
I have information.
Alright.
Techno's
What?
part pig.
That's so obvious.
No, it's not. This is the first
His
I'm hearing
skin
of it.
is a pig. His skin is a pig.
Bold of
Come
you to
on.
assume I've seen his skin.
Bold of you
Because
too. Bold of me to
I
assume
encourage
you're bold
consent,
of-
and if he
you're
wants
bold
to
of-
show me his skin, that's fine. But if he doesn't want to show me his skin, I ain't gonna look.
I hate you.
Consent is sexy.
How much of his skin have you seen?
None. None.
The lower
I
part.
haven't even seen this man's face.
Bro.
Anyway, Tommy had lamented all throughout his exile about how terrible it was to be alone. If only he'd known how much worse it was to have company. But Tommy is nothing if not resilient. He lasted more than a week in exile, and he can last a week in here. He's sure of it. He can do this. He has to. From where he's lounging on the bed, Dream sits up. Who wants to be Dream?
That's day 4.
He muses. Don't respond, says a voice in Tommy's head that sounds a lot like Wilbur. Keep your mouth shut for once in your life. The silence is deafening. Tommy caves. Xander? Oh, right, he's not touching it.
Yeah, I'm not touching this with a
Please?
30-foot pole.
Please?
I got a 29-foot one. You want to try?
It's
31?
29 3/4?
69 and a quarter?
I'm content to. Have you guys ever watched The Muppets?
Which one?
Depends.
You know about you guys know those two old guys that sit up in that one
Yeah.
thing?
Sure.
That's what I
Yeah.
want to do. That's what I'm gonna do with this story.
You're just gonna hear it and make fun of it, but not be a part of it?
Yes.
All right.
Alright.
Ho,
I'll
ho,
be Tommy
ho!
then. Oh! Tommy caves. We don't have a clock,
I have a clock.
says Dream.
An internal one. And if my
But you
internal
don't
clock
have
is
the
right, it's
time!
been 4 days since
Whoa!
the day you got stuck in here.
Tommy huffs. He wants to argue, but he lost all sense of time around potato number 7. By potato number 15, he learned that he needed to pick and choose his arguments if he
fuck
wanted
is
to
with all
get
the
out of this
potatoes?
with any sanity left.
Can you read again?
Yeah, sure.
You stumbled real hard on that one.
He
I just
wants
want
to
to make sure.
argue, but he lost all sense of time around potato number 7, and by potato number 15, he learned that he needed to pick and choose his arguments if he wanted to make it out of this with any sanity left. I feel lightheaded.
The sentence is a little long, my guy.
It's so long.
4
what she said.
days.
Dream
Gross.
continues.
That's a pretty long time.
He's using that voice again, the friendly one, the one that sends shivers down Tommy's spine, makes him want to throw up or cry his eyes out. Dream knows
What?
Tommy hates it. Yeah, Tommy grunts in response. Oh. Yeah, heckin' it's Minecraft. We gotta be PG.
No, it
No,
isn't.
that's my
Let's
excuse
move
this
on.
time.
Tommy,
Yeah.
I'm surprised you're still here.
That's bait, says the Wilbur voice. Don't rise to bait. Don't encourage him. Don't. Why? Why wouldn't I be wedded?
What?
Let me try that one again. Why? Why wouldn't I still be here?
Well,
Dream starts getting up to pace around the room in fake thought. Everything Dream does makes it seem it.
Yeah, you could. You
It's
got it.
not- No.
Yeah.
Everything Dream does makes it seem like he's acting in some effed up play that Tommy didn't know he was the main character of. It's all fake, all practiced. It all serves
All
a
the
purpose, and half the time, Tommy doesn't know what that purpose is. Uh-huh.
You are bullshit.
Tommy hates it. Tommy hates Dream. Dream keeps talking anyway.
I mean, the whole server loves you, right? They all came to save you from the vault. Isn't it weird that they haven't come to save you from me a second time?
No, snaps Tommy. It isn't. They aren't allowed in.
Oh, that's
Can I try that one again?
right.
Please, Can I try that again?
No.
No.
Alright. Dream fake realizes, acting still thick and hard to swallow.
Oh, that's
Yes.
right.
No.
Sam is
here.
keeping them out. The same Sam that helped you build the hotel. The Sam that came to save you. That's Sam.
You
Tommy
were
can
saying
feel himself
sand.
beginning to tremble. Heck, he can't crack this early. He still has 3 more days to go. Tommy steals himself. Dream will tire him out eventually.
Fake.
Has to last that long.
Each time you said
Tommy takes
Sam, I
hold.
thought you said sand, so I just imagined a bunch of sand around them. There's sand to keep.
Tommy takes Wilbur Voice's advice. He shuts up. Dream makes a noise when he realizes Tommy hasn't responded. Surprised but apathetic. He keeps going. His pacing gets closer to Tommy, making Tommy feel even more cramped. He wants out. He wants out, he wants out, he wants out, but he's still stuck here with Dream.
I mean, it's weird, isn't it? Why wouldn't they come to save you a second time?
Dream stops in front of him. Heck. Tommy doesn't look up. He knows it'll be worse if he does.
Do you think they realized, once you got back from exile, that they liked you better when you weren't around?
Dream crouches down so he's right in front of Tommy. Tommy is fully shaking now. His eyes, hiding his eyes with his arms like a child. His breathing is ragged and shallow, and it's all he can do to not let himself cry. He hates being weak and vulnerable like he is now. But over the course of the past 4 days, he had had almost too many comments like this to handle. Dream had perfected the art of getting under Tommy's skin. Of getting the root of Tommy's insecurities with a single sentence. Tommy knows Dream isn't done. Knows he's going to keep twisting the knife.
Come to
That's
think
an
of
Agito
it,
thing.
were they even coming to save you? Or did they just show up to save Tubbo?
Tommy can't help. Tommy can't help. Shut up. Tommy can't help but make a noise when Tubbo's name is said, and he knows he's doomed himself as soon as it happens. Dream stops crouching, moves to sit in front of him crisscross. He knows so that Tommy can he's so close that Tommy can hear his breathing. Tommy couldn't even make for the lava if he wanted to, and at this point, it's looking increasingly more tantalizing.
Everyone loves Tubbo, you know?
Dream taunts.
Well, except for me, but everyone else loves him. He's not loud and impulsive. He doesn't commit crimes. I mean, you remember what he said, Tommy. If he'd been in your position, you wouldn't even have had to exile him.
Tommy's breathing quickens.
Go ahead.
Dream isn't supposed to know about that conversation. Couldn't have known about it. Wasn't there when it happened. There we go. Tommy suddenly isn't sure if this is real or if he's having another nightmare. He prays to any gods he can think of to that he wakes up in his dirt shack gasping for air, or that he wakes up in Snowchester.
What
Even
are the
on the hecking
Minecraft
ground.
gods?
Anywhere but here.
Is it just
Please
gods?
not here.
Come to think of it, where is Tubbo?
Dream's voice changed. He's dropped all pretense of being friendly, allowing the super sharper undertones of his voice
The super
to show through.
undertones.
Super sharper undertone.
Shouldn't he be coming for you?
He can't, Tommy jokes. You'll kill him,
Maybe,
Dream agrees.
but that didn't seem to stop him from telling you to take the first discs and run. Now, did it?
And oh god, Dream is right. Tubbo wasn't impulsive like Tommy, wasn't irrational like Tommy. Thought through the decisions he made, but when it came to Tommy, the lengths Tubbo was willing to go were honestly terrifying.
I don't know, it just seems like he should be breaking you out somehow. I mean, assuming he still cares about you.
Dream leans in closer to him, tries to get a good look at his eyes.
Have you done anything since you've been back that might make him stop caring?
That's what makes Dream so good at manipulating Tommy. The doubt. Tommy would start to doubt even if he even existed, if he were left alone with Dream for long enough. He's starting to worry that might be his fate in here. Sorry. No, I haven't. I've barely been around him, really. There's no way that I...
Well, that's it then.
Dream interrupts him.
He tried to die for you, and you didn't spend any time with him afterwards? Did you even talk to him about it?
Tommy lets out a strangled, non-committal noise, and Dream tuts.
Oh, come on now. Haven't you ever learned how to treat a friend?
Dream shifts.
He
Dream
shits.
shifts.
Dream shits on the floor.
Scoots closer to him, puts his back against the wall so he's sitting next to Tommy, their shoulders almost touching.
I'm your friend.
Says Dream.
I can teach you. I'll teach you how to be a good friend, Tommy. Tubbo, he doesn't want you. He's not a good friend.
Teach you the ways of the drug.
Heck you, Tommy shouts. His head snaps up as he backs away until he hits the opposite wall. Tubbo is a good friend. He is...
He isn't.
Growls Dream, standing up.
You're in here and he's out there, and he seems pretty content for it to stay that way, Tommy. Does that sound like something a good friend would do?
Tommy doesn't answer. He doesn't want Tubbo to come in here and die, but he misses Tubbo more than anything. Tommy also misses Sam, and Ranboo, and Puffy, and Ghostbird, and Lemonberg, and home, and his discs, and the sky, and the grass.
Tubbo is not your friend.
Dream takes a step with each sentence, stomping forward until he's directly over Tommy. Tommy fully uncovers his eyes.
When did he
Dream
cover
looks
them?
down at him.
When did he
His
cover them?
Face,
No,
face, still
Tubbo.
face, still face. Face still hidden by his mask. Tommy doesn't have time to see his face to picture the horrible smile he has. Tommy can hear it in his voice.
I am.
I can hear
Is
your
he?
teeth smiling.
You have to smile while you say it. I am.
I was, bitch.
I'll fucking do it again.
But I did it.
And I'll do it again.
Or
Murder.
Is he? Dream has been feeding him. Dream has been making sure he didn't throw himself into lava. Dream has been trying to talk to him, and Tommy's been yelling at him. Why has Tommy been yelling at him? Wait, says the woman voice. This isn't right. You know this isn't true. Why would what would Tubbo do? What would Tubbo do if he were here? Tubbo, Tommy thinks, would offer him a bed. Tubbo would give him double the potatoes and go hungry until Tommy finally noticed. Tubbo would put himself between Tommy and the lava on purpose, would try and keep Tommy's eyes off of it. Tubbo would hold him if he cried over a nightmare. Tubbo would give him space if he needed it. Tubbo would not stand over him and yell at him like this. Oh, that's me. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
You're wrong.
Tommy says.
You're wrong.
He honestly
wrong.
means to be a lot louder and more confident than he currently sounds, but it's all he can muster at the moment. Tubbo, he...
I can't take
Sorry?
that name seriously, Tubbo.
Tubster. I'm the Tubster. Tubbo,
Put the toaster in Tubbo and you'll die.
I don't want him to have to die over me. He's...
Well, I don't know that he'd die for you anymore. Honestly, he might kill himself while on his own. He doesn't like anyone else take the time to talk to the kid about his mental health. I mean, you sure don't.
Does Tubbo drop a toaster in the bathtub? Or the bathtub?
Boy, just might.
The bath Tubbo. Tommy is on his feet in seconds. He shoves Dream with as much strength as he can summon from about 5 hours of sleep and 6 potatoes. Fuck you. And know what? Tubbo is going to get me out of here. Alright. And when he... You know what? Tubbo is going to get me out of here. Alright? And when he does, you're gonna look friggin' stupid.
You're gonna look
mentally
fucking
can't.
freaking stupid.
I mentally can't curse. It's just a part of my
Moving
brain.
on. Moving on.
Uh,
I'm excited for
cool.
this bit.
And then Dream, the bastard, throws his head back and cackles at him.
How?
An explosion shakes the prison. The impact is so forceful that Tommy
Explosion
and
noise
Dream
here.
are both thrown to the... Did I peek the mic? Probably. The impact
No,
is so
I did.
forceful that Tommy and Dream are both thrown to the ground, and a cloud of dust fills the cell. An alarm siren starts to go off, muffled by the layers of obsidian walls, and a red light begins blaring. Tommy coughs, waves his head until he can see again.
Waves
heart
his head,
races.
yes.
Oh, whoops.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy
That's what I
coughs, waves his hand until he can see again. His heart races. Does this mean another week in the prison for him? It sounded like a lot of TNT. The dust clears and both Tommy and Dream are able to see it. There's a 1 block hole in the roof.
Yeah, I almost forgot. This is Minecraft.
Yeah. There's a 1 block hole in the roof of the cell. Dream and Tommy lock eyes, and Dream springs into action. He grabs the bed, starts pushing it towards the hole. Dream stands on it and jumps. Not tall enough. He curses and starts tying a lug over the cauldron. Dream suddenly catches sight of Tommy's stool on the floor and marches over to him.
Get up!
That's you. He snaps.
And help me with this. Stop being so useless.
Dream reaches out to grab him, and Tommy flinches back, fully expecting a hit, fully expecting her to resign himself to a life on the run with his abuser, but the hit never comes. Tommy's blink... Tommy
And it did.
blinks from...
Straight to the
Yeah. I can't read.
Nope.
Tommy
Figure,
blinks
it
the
hit him
tears from
so
his
much.
eyes.
It was
There's
so
a
hard,
figure
it
in
went
front of
into
him,
another
between
dimension.
him and Dream, trident in hand. The figure turns around and Tommy's shoulders relax before he can even remember why the familiar baby blue eyes are so comforting to him.
What?
Tubbo is meeting his eyes. Hey, big man. You should play this. Xander, you should be
What?
Tubbo's. Please?
I'm gonna be Tubbo. I'm gonna be Tubbo.
He's gonna be Tubbo.
Yeah, dude.
I built the nuke.
What?
We're right here.
Hey, big man.
Smiles Tubbo.
Sorry it took me so long. I had to scout out the roof and ask a lot of questions. A lot of questions. I figured out where the cell it was. Sam was pretty mad about the dick I built too. He was mad about my dick.
Confusion? What? He built a dick? He is.
Yes, he
Why
built
does
a
he
dick.
need a dildo to break someone out of prison?
Shut up.
You always need a dildo to break out of
He's
prison.
sure this is a dream. He's hallucinating or he passed out and this is imagining this or a million other things. But he's sure this cannot be real.
How did you get in?
Dream shouts. Tubbo shrugs.
I built a nuke.
Dream sputters.
What?
Tubbo tilts his head. I taught myself how to build
what? No, this is Tubbo. This is Tubbo.
Whoops. Sorry. Tubbo
I
tilts
taught
his
myself
head.
how to build a nuke. A nuclear missile. It's not hard.
That's what she said. He turns back to Tommy and
I
hands him
built a
Trident.
dick and it's not hard.
Nope. Limpy the unicorn.
Bilbo Baggins.
Dildo schwaggins.
I was gonna say that. We're this. Whoops.
Yeah.
Seriously though. Gotta get out of here. Tommy, Sam is real mad at us. He's gonna
Sam's?
kill us.